Hey, friends, it's 5 Minute Fridays with Vince, and I love doing this with you guys. It is my opportunity to help you transition from your work week to your weekend and to help you to get that mental shift from there to here. For those of you who work on the weekend, God bless you. But I want to take a second today. This is a continuation from last week. Last week, I issued a challenge, and thank you so much for all of you who participated in the comments and you let me know what you were doing. Thank you so much for participating, and I love that you guys are engaging with me, and I love to hear more about it. I want to continue this week because I feel like that the Lord was starting something, and I don't think it's a coincidence, especially with all that we've watched happen demonstrated here in Atlanta concerning the shootings, that it's so important that we remember again that love is what you do. And it's not just enough for us to say that love is what you do. It's it requires for us to be intentional on how we demonstrate love. And being intentional about how we demonstrate love is like those things that we talked about last week about reaching out to people, about making sure that we do something different. I love how First Corinthians chapter 13 describes what love is like, and it talks about how love doesn't prefer itself above others, how it is unto how it forgives, how it does not hold a grudge. And I love that the descriptive terms that it describes love as, because in every case, love is always an action. Love is always what we do. It always becomes this verb. And I think it's more important that we understand why that's so important, because hate is easy to demonstrate. It's easy for us to 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 do things that seem out of character. It's easy for us to do things that are reactive to what other people have done. You treat me bad, you eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And yes, people use scripture to justify being wrong or doing evil or doing things that's wrong. And yes, there are lots of things that were done wrong that we see documented in scripture, but we also know the scripture says that all things work together for the good to them that love God and who are the called according to his purpose, which means he's giving us this time to be intentional about how we show love. So that means now you've got to go out of your way to do what it takes to make sure that when people do you wrong, that you don't return evil for evil. You have to be intentional about how you show your love. And that requires you to, again, like I said before, be creative. You got to find creative ways to do it. You've got to learn how to no longer allow someone's foolishness or their actions or their words or their comments to take you out of character and to rob you of power. Because when you let them have that kind of power over you, it changes how you react. It changes your emotion. It literally, it can become exhausting. Have you ever seen someone who was frustrated with someone, and then that individual comes in the room and then their whole attitude changes? It drains you. I'm encouraging you, find a way to become empowering, but first nourish yourself. Uh, I heard my mentor say recently that when God spoke to Elijah after he was accosted uh, by Jezebel, the Lord told him to eat, pause and eat. Why? Because I need you to be nourished and refreshed for what's ahead of you. Because what's ahead of you is going to require and take so much out of you that I need you to be prepared for. What's next? So I'm encouraging you. First, learn how to love yourself, learn how to love the people who are close to you. So it makes it easier when it's time for you to extend love to others who are not in your familiar circles. Listen, it's 5 Minute Fridays with Vince, guys, and it's real easy for us to react, but it takes intentionality for us to act properly. So I'm encouraging you. Come up with some creative ways down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're doing on how to show love, and I encourage you to challenge someone else. If you want to post this on your stream, post this on your page, repost for your information so that others can get a chance to know what you're participating with. This is the Show Love Challenge, and 5 Minute Fridays with Vince, guys. Love you.